Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Unlikely. And here's the thing. Our last episode, not only was it the 50th episode, but we got the chance to talk to Stone Cold Steve Austin in the living flesh. And then I was like, well, how do we follow that up? How do we go from the rattlesnake and Stone Cold Steve Austin and his greatness?
You
Like,
go
who
to the
follows
mad
him
dog.
up?
That's where you go. That's where
We
you go. You go to the mad dog.
from the rattlesnake to the madmen, someone who embodies Stone Cold right now, no better than the one and only New Japan Strong Openweight champion, Gabe Kidd,
Man, he
joining us
embodies
again. What's
me.
up, brother?
Stone Cold embodies me. What do you mean? I don't embody nobody. I'm my own man. I'm one of one. Stone Cold copies me. Are you mad?
Hey,
Anyway,
there.
what are you saying, bro?
Hey, what's up, brother? Hey, you're joining us, of course, this weekend, this Friday to be exact, Capital Collision.
Mm.
This Friday, get that English feed on pay-per-view, NewJapanWorld.com. You'll be taking on Lio Rush. And speaking of Capital Collision, on Twitter, you sent out a request, maybe, perhaps? Like, have we confirmed the photo with you and Mercedes Monet? Is it gonna happen?
Does a priest go to church, Adrian? Of course it's gonna happen. Come on, man. Come on, man. Of course it's gonna happen, but I'm not talking about that right now. I've got my mind on Lio Rush. Let's talk about him.
Yo, well, speaking of that, like obviously Lio Rush, this is going to be happening in DC. This is his hometown. Can you talk to me about like the most how do we say this? Like the craziest environments in terms of like, oh, it's me versus everyone in this arena.
That is exactly what it's going to be. That is exactly what it's going to be in DC. He's going to bring all his family, all his childhood friends, all the people he played football with. Didn't even play it with your feet, you little twat. Played it with your hands, you silly idiot. But anyway, I'm walking into enemy territory on Friday and I love every single second of it. How are you going to touch me when I got all my dogs there? Driller Malone is there. Clark Connor's there. David Finley's there, you get me? Not all of them. Gedo and Jake Lee aren't there, but they're taking care of some highball business back in Japan, you get me?
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to walking in there, being hated by everyone in that arena and loving every second of it.
Yo, it's the pervert environment that you'd like to be in as opposed to everyone going crazy when you come out and cheering and kissing babies. Like, no, you want everyone to hate you because you're there for a purpose, right?
Hey, listen, I'm there to beat people up and make money. That is exactly what I do. There's going to be nothing different. You think I'm going to have one title defense against Ultimo Guerrero and you think I'm going to lose that belt? There's no chance. I run this New Japan Strong American brand. That is mine. I'm the captain of that ship. And it's going to stay that way for a very long time.
And the first time that we
Looking
talked,
too handsome right now. This camera's struggling to focus on the light on my face. I'm just looking too crisp.
Gabe, you
Ooh.
looking golden, golden Gabe Kid over here. And yeah, I thought it was
Yeah,
cool when we talked in Toronto. One of the things that I said as I introduced you is I was like, yo, this is the future of professional wrestling. But it's like for people that have caught on to you in these past 2 years, it's like, oh, this kid's an overnight success. And it's like, no, you've been grinding for 15 years to make these things happen. Like, is the attention weird for you and like hearing people say this type of things?
not at all. Because listen, the real ones know, and fuck the rest. It's not. It's never been an overnight success story. It's been, like you say, 15 years of graft, 15 years of hard work, discipline, dedication, all that shit. So I'm just enjoying the rewards right now. I'm just enjoying the rewards. I'm extremely good at what I do. And I'm just enjoying life right now. Life's going good for me.
And you're still grinding. Like you've traveled a lot this year. You've wrestled a ton this year. How has
Are
that
you
grind
mad?
been?
I just got home from the G1, did a
We'll
whole
talk about
weekend
it
in
in a
London, beat
second.
two people up. Listen, I just did not come back. I've been at home for 8 days. I'm flying out tomorrow. I'm away for a month and a half again. I live on the road. People ask me where my home is. Hold on, lip pillow about to fall out there. I'm getting too hot. People ask me where my home is. My home is the road. I live on the road. I don't have a permanent residence. I have places that I frequent and dip and leave and go to another town and entertain all the customers there. Every single one of them. That's what I do.
And you brought up the G1. We'll talk about that here in a second, but I do want to ask you, for you to have this singles championship, this open weight title for New Japan Strong, like if you took a moment to appreciate that and like what that means to you to be able to hold that belt.
I took a moment the second that I won that match, the second that I got up after I won that match, and I looked down at a crippled Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston crying that he can't. Eddie Kingston crying that he can't move his leg, crying that he's hurt. You're right. You think I didn't? You think that was an accident? Come on now. I'm a killer in there. Look what I did to Hanare. Look what I did 3 months later to Eddie Kingston. I'm a very fucking dangerous man. So that title means a lot to me. That is mine for the keeping. Who's going to take that off me? Answer me. Who do you think in this landscape? You think anyone from AEW can take that? Not a chance. Not a chance. What, you think Jack Perry? What, you think Darby Allin? You think Danny Garcia? You think any of them knobheads can touch me? You must be madder than me.
And you brought up the G1. A lot of people saying your match against Zack Sabre Jr. match of the year. Your second time in G1. The first time they didn't even invite you. You were in there last minute. This whole experience, how was it?
G1 was fun for me. And there were 3 people that I cared more about beating than anyone. And Naito was not one of them. I couldn't give a fuck about him. He's a paper champion. Whoever, Okan, Zack, I don't give a shit. Whoever deals with him, deals with him. But the 3 people I wanted to beat was Shota Umino. I did that. Shingo Takagi. I did that. And Zack Sabre Jr. And guess what happened there? We all know what happened there. I ended up unconscious in the middle of that ring. I was looking up, all I saw was Kato. I think, where the fuck am I? I look around, I start hearing the music. I think, that fucker just choked me out. You think I'll ever forget about that? You think I go to sleep at night and don't think about that? Zack Sabre Jr. will get his due. I don't give a fuck about match of the year, match of the tournament. I beat the shit out of him. Look at his chest. Look at his chest after that. He's still got scars on it. Little sheppy fucking knobhead. That's what I think about that match.
I want to ask you something else that you think about. You brought up a couple dudes from AEW. You brought up New Japan Strong and representing it. You were very prideful, excuse me, of the Japanese style and Japanese wrestling. What is your opinion, though, on American wrestling, whether it's WWE, whether it's AEW?
I couldn't give a shit. I couldn't give less of a shit, to be honest. I wrestle in Japan. My business is in Japan. Why would I waste time thinking about what they're doing? I call their guys out for fun. I get drunk, hop on Twitter. I call their guys out for fun. But they're not. They're at the back of my mind. I don't give a fuck about them. What I will say is, if they ever come to Japan, I will demolish and embarrass every single one of them. I don't care who it is. I don't care. Tag team, singles, anything. MJF, Danny Garcia, Ospreay, any of those little rats. FTR, you want to hop on a tag? Let's do it. I'm here, active. And so is Jake Lee. So are all the dogs. We're running pro wrestling right now. So stay in your own lane and stick to doing your little in-ring promos on TV. Twats.
Yeah, we're gonna close this out. I'm gonna give you a list of names. Some you just mentioned to give me your first thought when I bring up their names. But before that, I do have to ask you. Look, man, you're a war dog. You're a madman, but you're also a ladies' man. And for those women that are watching, like, what's a romantic date with Gabe Kidd?
Yo, we're going to go to the fair on the waltzers, dodgems, all of it. And I'm going to win every single one. Then we're going to go back and put on a little bit of nice music, you know what I mean? Drink some wine, a little bit of aqua wine, some nice music.
Some R&B?
And then a little bit of that, And then the rest is history, baby. It just goes like that. Bang! That's it.
I like it. Simple. You know what I mean? Simple. We're here for a purpose, and it's just us. That's the main thing. It's just us.
I'm a
Nothing else
simple
matters in the
man. I'm a
world.
charming man. I'm a charming man. It's all right. It don't have to be too complicated. See what Gedo tweeted the other day? Life should be simpler. Yes, it should.
Nah,
Yes, it
100%.
should.
And before we get into this list, let me remind people again, Capital Collision this Friday. Get it, newjapanworld.com, New Japan Pro Wrestling World.com. That is, get that this Friday, Capital Collision. Gabe Kidd will be taking on Lio Rush. All right, let's get to this list of names throughout wrestling and the world of entertainment. We'll start off with this name. What do you think of Gunther?
I'd beat him in 3 minutes flat.
Jennifer Lopez,
Gorgeous.
newly divorced.
Next.
MJF.
Prick. Twat. Knobhead. Better than him in every single way. Fucking knobhead.
Jada
Twat.
Parker.
Clown. Who?
Jada Parker.
No comment.
Will Ospreay.
Knobhead.
Okada.
Coward. Little coward who ran away. Ran away before the next generation came in because he knew he couldn't keep up, little pussy.
How about CM Punk?
Fuck knows. Fuck CM Punk.
The last two. Sheamus.
Competition.
Last one. Lio Rush.
Food. Dinner. Friday night dinner. Arr.
Friday night dinner at Capital Collision. Again, go order it at New Japan, new NJPWworld.com to get the pay-per-view. As always, Gabe, we appreciate the time, my G.
Appreciate it, dog. Come on now.